is on the webs. It's another compressor, which is weird because what if I upload this before the other compressor? Oh, I don't know, time travel again, whatever. This is a pedal, well, I'm saying this, Leslie, help me out. This. Thank you. This is a pedal that has been around for a while, and it's been hailed by people as the shit when it comes to compression. Now, Juan Alderete de la Peña, which some of you might know as the bass player from Racer X and the Mars Volta.
Love this compressor.
And the guy who runs his own pedal blog called pedalsandeffects.com together with Nick Reinhardt. Why am I advertising other pedal channels? Forget about that. You didn't hear about pedalsandeffects.com. You do not know about pedalsandeffects.com. Don't go there. Don't read it. They're nice people and they know what they're doing. But still, don't go there. Anyway, Juan said this is one of his 5 favorite pedals from the Warwick booth. Watch my 5 pedals at the Warwick booth video. So that means we got to check it out. Well, compared to simpler compressors where you have, like a sustain knob, which is your threshold, and your little bit of a tone knob. I mean, more reduced compressors, this thing is the shits and it has tons of options. According to Keeley, then again, what do they know? You can use this on everything. So this is not just your guitar or bass compressor for your pedal board. This can actually be your compressor for the studio and anything you do in the studio. Now, that being said, doing a demo for it would mean to do everything. Show it on vocals, show it on drums, show it on keys, show it on a full mix, which of course would be mono because it's mono. All this, too much. We're going to do single coil guitar, which is primarily where I would use compression on guitar, and bass. And that's already going to be complex. So looking at the controls right here, we're threshold, which is of course the level where the compressor will start acting. Okay? So your guitar gets at a certain level, and at that point, it will start compressing. You can see a guitar right here, not compressed, then compression kind of kicking in. And what's happening there is, see that line where it goes like, weep? That is the threshold level. So anything above that level will be affected. Anything under that, nothing's going to happen. And that's what you set with threshold. The result would be a kind of bigger, thicker, more sustained sound, and lots of other options, okay? So bye-bye that graphic. Thank you. So that's where you set the threshold. The nice thing is that we have a threshold light right here, which will show you once you're actually hitting it. So it's very nice to see. Then we have this compression in dB, so that actually shows you, like on a studio compressor, how much you're compressing. Using your ears is a good idea. I rarely do that. I like visual feedback, which is stupid because we don't see with our ears. And that's what counts. So rather listen. It might be that something flickering, you're like, oh, it's really compressing, when actually it's not doing anything because, the ratio is down or something. So coming up to the ratio, most pedal compressors do not have a ratio setting, which is of course something that a studio compressor has. So at 1:1 means for every dB above the threshold, it gives out 1 dB. So at 2 dB, it gives out 2 dB. That means no compression. If I set it to right here, 2:1 means for every dB above the threshold that I'm giving it, it's only giving me half a dB. So it is lowering the volume of what I'm giving it. So 4 dB in will give me 2 dB out, and so on, 2:1. And you get the idea, 3:1, 4:1, 5, 10, up to infinity means for every dB I give it in, it's giving me shit. Okay, so I can hit it more and more and more, but everything above the threshold will simply not get louder. So that's called limiting. So it can do that. Attack. How long does it take for the compressor to act once I hit the threshold? Once I'm over that limit that I set right here, how long does it take the compressor to do its thing? Release. How long does it take once I go below the threshold, or actually once it acted, to hold the compression? that can be good for your sustain. And then gain means obviously how much, because I'm reducing the signal. Well, here's my hand. I'm reducing the signal. How much am I raising it up again? See? Whoa. It's kind of remote controlling my hand. I know. Auto. I thought it's auto gain, which some of them can have, so it always keeps it at 0. No, this is actually doing auto. I mean, obviously it is right below these two, so it might correspond. This is doing auto attack and release, which is nice. If you don't want to fiddle with it, if you don't know about it, don't fiddle with it. Set it to auto and you're good. Hard and soft knee. Leslie, throw that graphic in again that we just had. Thank you. So see that little bend in the middle? That is the knee. And is that a nice little rounded off thing? Or is it actually just like this? You know, hard or soft knee. That's what you can set there. H for hard, S for soft. And bye-bye graphic. And that's really it. So for the setup today, I have this T-caster here. It's called the T-Bone from LSL. Going into the Compressor Pro, going into the Abbey chamber verb for a little bit of chamberish chamber verb. Can you make the pedal smaller, Leslie? I feel dwarfed by it. Thank you very much. And right now going into the Amelia by, right there, you can see it right there. Amelia by Jet City. That's a neat sound. Of course, going into a Torpedo Studio. Go to the desk cam for a second. Right there. Torpedo Studio. Thank you very much. And back to me. So we're going to kick it in. How do we do this? Ratio 1:1, so nothing should happen. Well, level works, okay. You can see it lights up red, showing that I'm above the threshold. So nothing. So right now it would really only cut my very loud notes. Of course, I would have to have some kind of ratio on it. That would be very subtle compression. See, now I can hit it as hard as I want to, but nothing's gonna happen. I mean, what? No. I can hit it really hard, but it's gonna compress a shitload. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm like somewhere else. I can't really get it a lot louder there. Beautiful, just chords hanging there forever. It just really smooths out what I'm doing. Probably a little bit too much, so I'm gonna go threshold a little bit higher. And it's not doing anything. Let's go hard and soft knee. I have no idea how I would hear that. No freaking clue. but it's nice that there's a switch for it. So we're gonna go kick up the ratio, more compression. Very nice visual feedback there with the green into orange into red. Very nice. Let's play with the... now we're going to go to attack and release, not controlled by auto function, but by us. Now it acts so late that it almost doesn't act. If you have attack later, means your original attack will be retained and then the compressor kind of kicks in to give you the sustain. See how fast it goes back now? Understand it. What do I know? These things are so subtle and more. You hear this attack and release behavior more if you have a bass drum, for example, because you can really control the attack and also how long the room, once you hit the bass drum, kind of rings. That's what you do with the release. For guitar, yeah, obviously it also makes a difference, but it's way more subtle. I really fiddle with these on an 1176 when I set up a bass drum to really get the sound I want. Now, what I want to do is set up some sounds that they suggest on the website. For smoothing, just the ratio control 2:1 to 4:1, kind of here-ish. So now it's just smoothing out, also for like a vocalist that's going back and forth between, you know, just varying the distance a little bit. So that kind of smooths out the signal without being overly compressed. Yeah, I can play whatever I want and it kind of makes it more even. Now we want sustain, which means a lot of ratio. And what? little bit much on the Abbey Road. It's not that it's imposing its sound on you at all. It's just there. It's evening out some things. Now, what I'm interested in is chicken picking compression. Not that I can chicken pick, but I could compress what I can't play. Ratio quite high. Release time. Oh, of course, that has to be on. Off and not on on. I'm such an idiot. Why are you watching my videos? I can do one lick. I can do a couple. I want the gain up a bit. Actually why I bought my first pedal, really. I bought the Dynacomp from MXR for just that. I wanted to practice some chicken picking. And it rounds up, it makes your sound much, much duller. And I didn't really enjoy it that much. But that was what I wanted. This is why I kind of started the channel. Because I bought that pedal and I bought 2 Joyo pedals with it, or Harley Benton pedals, and accidentally all of a sudden now I'm sitting here talking about Keeley compressors. But me wanting to play chicken picking with the compressor was why all this happened. This is fun. Very nice. Can I push the amp? Boring. Just makes my sound fatter. I would say more lively, which is wrong because it's not more lively, it's compressed. I'm restricting the dynamics, but it feels as if there's more something in it. So now we're gonna try bass. So Keeley Compressor Pro, Keeley Compressor Pro for bass. Obviously, so Keeley Compressor Pro for bass, obviously So Keeley Compressor Pro for bass, obviously I can't do it! So Keeley Compressor Pro for bass, obviously Juan Alderete de la Peña. Wow, I'm gonna do this again. Keeley Compressor Pro for bass, obviously Juan Alderete de la Peña likes it. Well, you do that. And we're gonna go to bass, boom, and slap, a setting from Keeley people. They want a ratio of 6:10 to 6. We're gonna go to, where are we? Okay, right here, a high ratio. They want about minus 12 dB. Whoa, careful here. Quite a bit of compression right there. That's there we go. Let's without. That's fat. Not too shabby. Ah, those attack sounds are beautiful. See, all that quiet stuff comes up. Beautiful. I don't even want another setting. Obviously, you can go more subtle and a million things in between. Let's try that. With bass, a lot of the stuff happens in between the notes you play. And the Keeley Compressor Pro can help you get that out. The stuff in between the notes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, my 2 cents about the Keeley Compressor Pro, which Juana de la Peña loves. It's the Swiss Army knife of compression. It's got, for a pedal compressor, pretty much everything you would have on a studio compressor, and you can use it as such. You can easily use it for vocals. If you don't have an 1176 or something really high-end, or a distressor, or an LA2A, or any of these things I'm saying that you guitar players have no freaking clue about, don't worry, you don't need to. This wired into your system behind your mic pre could be a great compressor that you can actually get your hands on. There are great things, obviously, nowadays from Universal Audio and Waves and a Plug-in Alliance that do compression in the box, in the computer. If you don't want that, if you really want to tame your vocal or your kick drum or any of that in an analog way and actually get your fingers on it, this can do it. But let's go to guitar and bass. For bass, it's the kick it in, leave it on, and get all that subtle stuff for funky playing. Get it out. Beautiful. For guitar, especially for clean stuff, you want to even out your playing. It can do it. You want to spank up these chicken picking things, which is great. I love it for this. With compression, it's always difficult to really, know exactly what to set up and what to fiddle with if you don't quite get it. And I clearly don't quite get it yet, even though I've been doing it for years and years and years, and I have a degree in it. Yes, I have a degree in compression. But this is why it's great that it has the auto function for attack and release. You don't need to know what you're doing, okay? And use your ears. So for guitar, it can do wonders. For bass, it can do great things. And then a vocalist comes by and you're like, hey, I got this thing. Is it a bargain? No, that thing is $300 in the US. In Europe or in Germany, it clocks in at $360, $370. So yeah, this is an expensive pedal. But rightfully so, because it packs a lot of possibilities in a relatively small size. Okay, it is this size. It's not a major pedal. I know there's a Cali 76, which apparently is an 1176 in a pedal, but that's huge, okay? I know that's what she never says. So I think highly recommended. If you need more compression than just click it in and be done, get it. I think this will be your companion for quite a while. I don't think you'll ever look at another compressor again. Except maybe the Compressor Plus, for different reasons. Also Keeley. I think the Compressor Plus might surprise you. But that's a different video. Links below, please use them. That would very much help me. Patreon links, Thomann links, everything. And thanks Leslie, my producer, switching for me, and Animals Now.
I'm not made of solid gold, and my shoes, they are worn by the time they are way too old. I've not been taught